Hey guys, welcome back to another Coin Snobz vidya. This is going to be episode number 9 of trying to fill a Lincoln Set album, 1941 through 1974, with bank wrapped and customer wrapped rolls only. So, we found a little bit. Let's take a look here and see what we got. Right-hand side would be me. Left-hand side, of course, would be Keith. Keith always seems to find a little bit more because he sucks that way. But, you know, what's important is quality, not necessarily quantity, even though Keith's probably going to have the coolest coins as well. But we won't talk about that. This is an entire box. I don't remember the totals. But I'll leave it down here right about now as to what we're looking at as far as like customer wrapped rolls and bank wrapped rolls that we have searched trying to finish this endeavor here. And of course, as usual, going to go through these, see which ones will be good replacements, which ones won't be good replacements. Hopefully we have some new fillers. Spoiler alert, have not found any steel pennies still. That's like 1 in a billion chance that we're going to find a steel penny in any of these, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. We'll find everything else up until the steel pennies, and cross our fingers along the way we do find those steelies. So far, let's take a look at what we've got here. The right hand side, of course, the easy ones are looking beautiful and red. All spots are filled. And those are 1962 Denver through 1974 S with a little kicker here on the end. I don't remember what it was, but it was good enough to keep. And then the center class right here, little center panel, 1950 S through 1962 plain. We are missing 52 S, 53 plain, and 54 plain. And there's some really good, decent looking older red coins there. Left-hand side, the hardest side, of course. This one's just a little freebie that I missed last time, but we've got 41 Denver, 41 S, 42 S, and then, of course, all the steelies, and a 47 plain missing. And, of course, if we can find anything that's better than what we've got here, of course, I will replace it. All right. Got to cut this off real quick, go through all of these to see what we have found. We kind of slowed down keeping the older ones, the newer old ones, I guess you'd say. The 62s through 74s, unless they're bright red, just because, I mean, you know, this is, what we've got in here is pretty much red and perfect. Unless there's a possible error or anything like that, which, of course, if I find an error on any of these coins after I obsess over them, and you know I will obsess over them, I'll do another whole separate video for that, like a little short one saying, hey, we found a repunched mint mark, or, you know, double die, or what have you. Anyways, enough talk. Gonna go through these and see what's good, what's new, and what's gonna replace. Alright, do you guys want the good news, or do you want the really good news first? Because this entire thing was full of good news. Not necessarily as far as fillers and replacements, but there's a lot of really good coins that was found in this box right now. Before I show you what we got, if you haven't subscribed yet, of course, please go ahead and do so. Make sure you are subscribed. Tick the bell to get a notification every time that we do upload a video. Throw it a thumbs up if you like the video. You know, do the thing. Share it, blah, blah, blah. You know what to do. Anyways, left-hand side here, this entire 2 rows is wheat pennies that fit the 1941 criteria, 1941 of course through 1958, that were not good enough to replace what was in there. So this is all wheat pennies, right off the bat. Out of an entire box of 50 rolls of bank wrap pennies, all of these wheat pennies. That's already pretty good, right? Bunch of Canadian pennies, and I'm not going to show you these wheat pennies because they're common. I mean, nothing spectacular. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Canadian coins that was found in that box. And then we got this cool little fella right here. 1 cent from, I don't remember where it's from. The Bahamas. 2009. Really cool looking coin. Got one of the Lincolns that could have a double die on his hand there holding the book. Well, there's actually a few different double dies that could be present there. Haven't found one yet in all of these, but I mean, law of averages, right? We got to find one at some point, maybe, hopefully. 2017 Philadelphia's, we got 3 of those. These also will be checked for a double die that could be somewhere around the mint mark. 2017, of course, the only year that Philadelphia pennies ever, or cents, ever received a mint mark. Then we have this guy right here. This is pretty spiffy. 1998 S proof penny. Very, 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 very worse for wear, but nonetheless, it's a proof penny. We don't find a lot of proof pennies in circulation. You got this little oddity right here, 1983 Denver, and at first, right there going through his head and through a lot of the surface of the coin itself, I thought that was a scratch, but it's raised. So I'm going to look at that a little bit closer to make sure that that's not damaged and that's some kind of a really strange die crack, really aggressive die crack. And down here, I'll show you the junk as well. These are just coins that weren't quite good enough to be kept. It'll just go in our little copper bin. Right hand side here, kind of the same concept, but they're too good to put in the copper bin, so these will be put into tubes and held on to. Some of them are a little bit too new, like this 81 plain, but I mean, come on, that's a beautiful coin. We just can't bring ourselves to throw that into the copper bin or back into circulation. So good looking coins on the right hand side here. This is all going to be wheat pennies that are too old to fit in the album. So 1940 and before. This honestly is one of my favorite sections. I'm not saying it isn't fun to fill that album, but I mean, this is pretty cool. And we did really, really, really well. 1919 plain. I mean, that's pretty amazing. 1934 plain. Decent condition. 1939 plain. Really good condition for a coin that's over 80 years old. And this one, not sure. I think it's a 1919, but what do you guys think that is? I mean, it's really hard to tell. Didn't see a VDB in the back. Pretty sure that 4th digit is a 9, but not 100% on that. Probably be looking at that under the microscope. Well, I'm going to be looking at all of these under the microscope, of course, to make sure that I'm not missing anything. 1936 plain. 1934 plain. 1936 plain. And then, oh yeah, the second or third time that Keith has done this, again because he sucks.
Jesus Christ.
1903 Indian head cent, which probably isn't too much of a surprise because it was in the title. You guys are smart and know how to read and stuff like that. But yeah, 1903 Indian head. So this is a 120-year-old coin found in a bank box of pennies, which is just, I don't know, absolutely insane to me. If this coin could talk, man, I could sit for days and listen to its stories. But let me pause this again real quick, pull the album over, and we'll see what we got for new stuff. Alright, right-hand side, the easy side, believe it or not, 2 replacements. A 1974 plain that is replacing a red that looks really, really, really gorgeous. A 1965 that is a little bit more red than what we have in there. A 1956 Denver in the center here that really has some awesome looking toning. I love the toning of that coin. 1956 Denver, so that will definitely be replacing what is in there already. And then the important side, we actually have a replacement 44 plain. Because this one's way better than, I don't know, way better than it should be, I guess you'd say. Certainly not going to complain, but yeah, gorgeous coin. So that'll be replacing that one right there. And then we have a brand new one, a 41S. So we did in fact manage to fill a hole on the left-hand side. In she goes. And of course, nothing on the steelies yet. But man, we are so close. Alright, coins replaced. And now, one real quick final look. Not too bad. Pretty impressed that there's only 3 coins missing on that middle panel. I mean, that's super impressive, but minus those steelies, of course. Right-hand side, these coins are looking absolutely phenomenal. Need to find ourselves a 69 plain, and then pretty much everything on the right-hand panel is red. Awesome. I think we're doing pretty good. In fact, I think we're doing so good, in fact, with this, that Keith, of course, has a whole other box to my right of unopened bank-wrapped coins, because that's what we do, is go through coins constantly. Not that I'm complaining. I mean, honestly, that's what makes life awesome. And you gotta be a little bit crazy to be a collector anyways. But, important part is, what do you guys think? How do you think we're doing? What do you guys think we need to do once we get all these other holes filled, minus these 43 steel cents? How are we gonna get those? What would you suggest? How have you guys been? We've been doing good. Until next time, love you all. God bless. And we'll see you soon. Stay safe, everybody.